What's up, guys? Master Joda back here with another Clash Royale video for you. Today is a crazy video, guys. We are playing a lava clone deck. This deck has been around in the game for at least 1.5 to 2 years now, and it's just a really fun deck. Really easy to pick up, even if you've never played Lava Hound before. I'm not a very skilled Lava Hound player, but some of these players that we were playing against today were, 62, 6,300 trophy range players, so pretty above average players, pretty good players, and we were able to beat them in some tight games and just really fun games to go through and talk through some of the gameplay for you guys. So this is going to be a fun one. It's not a very level dependent deck because you got so much swarm in the deck, like Skeleton Army, the Lava Hound, and the Flying Machines, and the Bats. Levels aren't that big of a deal if you don't have some of these cards leveled up. And I'll put some substitutes in the video description that you can sub in and out for some of the cards in this deck, just for you guys that don't have all the cards in the deck. But you do, of course, need the Lava Hound because it is a Lava Hound deck. So let's just go ahead and get into some of this gameplay, guys. So getting into this first matchup here, we're going against J1, I think, from Taiwan Banana. We do play this deck pretty aggressively. I'm not a pro Lava Hound player by any means, so if you want to check out some better Lava Hound gameplay, you can check out some pros who one-trick this deck. But I always play it pretty aggressively and never have much of an issue. So I'm not afraid to start with aggressive play like Skeleton Army at the bridge, try and bait out a spell or something like that. He's going to go with a pretty aggressive lightning on our Flying Machine there, so we're going to throw a snowball to defend that lumberjack a little bit, and we're gonna throw out an angry emote because he got us with the lightning. Guys, most of the time during matches I just try and have fun with the emotes. Most of the time I'm not really mad or anything like that. It's just a fun part of the game to me. He's going to go with a Night Witch in the back, and we're going to pressure opposite lane with the Skeleton Army. We know he's playing Golem at this point because he's just got all the classic cards, the Lumberjack, the Bomber, the Night Witch. This is something you guys need to start doing during matchups. When you recognize like the staple cards in certain decks, you need to go ahead and know what you're playing against. He's going to drop a Golem there. We're going to clone up, try and melt that Golem down before it crosses the bridge. It's not going to be too much of an issue, but we are in just a little bit of a pinch here. But we're going to wait for that Baby Drag to lock onto our tower. That's a big thing, guys. If we would have dropped those bats before the Baby Dragon locked onto our tower, we would have taken a lot more damage because the Baby Dragon would have just melted those bats. And that Mega Minion would have just completely wiped out our Baby Drag. So we're going to throw out the Well Played there and kind of just reset here. Okay, so we're nearing double elixir time. So we are going to, I think, ignore that Night Witch and, yeah, go with a Lava Hound in the back left corner. So, guys, the thing about Lava Hound decks is if your opponent is building up a big push in the opposite lane, you can, especially with a Lava Clone deck, you can kind of ignore their push because you can't ignore a Lava Clone push just because of all the damage output it has. So he has to answer this push in the left, and we don't have to answer his push in the right. So he just dropped his Tornado, kind of wasted his Tornado, which is a great counter to Lava Hound. And he's just taking a ton of damage in that left lane. We threw a Skeleton Army to get some split lane aggression. And yeah, that's a really bad Tornado. He already lost his tower. And yeah, guys, he's just taking a lot of damage on his King Tower there. So kind of an even matchup here. I think he's about to Golem on me. And guys, you need to pay attention when you're playing Golem, when they have their Tornado out of hand, like right there when he dropped that Golem in the pocket. That's a really aggravating play, but I knew that he had just wasted his Tornado on my last push, so I knew he didn't have a great immediate answer to that Skeleton Army, and I was able to just melt that Golem in the pocket with only about 400 or 500 damage to that tower. We're going to clone up there, try and wipe out his push. I think he goes with the Lightning. Yep, goes with the Lightning in that situation. So we're going to kind of cancel each other out here. I think he's about to go in with another Golem in the pocket. I don't know what you guys think about that play. It's a really skillless play. It's really aggravating. Golem's just really aggravating to play in general, but that's just one of the most aggravating moves in the game to me. But we can't talk because we are playing Lava Clone, which is also one of the most aggravating decks in the game to play. We're going to give him a BM laugh there, and we're going to try and wipe him out here, guys. Look at this last interaction here. I cloned the Lumberjack, and he's just so focused on the Lava Hound, guys. Look at that Lumberjack. It just did 2,000 damage in a matter of seconds. Just ridiculous damage output, that clone Lumberjack on the King Tower. He's going to go with a desperation goal in there. He's got 300 tower damage left. We're trying to cycle back to that snowball. He gets one hit on our tower. Oh my gosh, 23 health left on our tower, and we 3-crown him. That just such a tight game there, guys. Such a fun one to play. And we're going to flex on him for that great dub there. And let's go ahead and get into the next one, guys. So I can't really remember what. Okay, I think this might be another Golem matchup if I'm not mistaken. Or a Mega Knight, I can't remember. But yeah, let's see how this one goes, guys. So he's going to drop a Night Witch in the back. We're going to Flying Machine to answer that. He's going to drop a Firecracker on us. Firecracker, pretty solid answer to Lava Hound decks just because we don't have the best answer for it. We don't have like a Fireball or arrows or a Miner or anything like that. So we don't have an immediate answer to Firecracker. So that is going to be a little bit aggravating in this matchup. Skeleton Army is a great answer for Prince, guys. But you need to be aware that when they realize that you do have Skeleton Army, they're going to be ready with that either Zap or arrows or Log to respond to that Skeleton Army. So just be cautious where you place your Skeleton Army and after that first time, because most of the time they're not going to predict it on that first time just because it's a little risky to predict something early game like that. We're already back to another Skeleton Army, guys, and that's going to be able. That was a really bad Prince on his part, really aggressive, and I just shake my head here because I know he's in a bit of trouble right here, guys. He's got a full Lava Hound. He just dropped 5 Elixir at the bridge, and we're going to clone up and get some good damage on his tower right here. He does have E-Wiz, which is also a pretty good answer to our deck. So he is going to be able to defend this push right here with not too much damage, but we did get a nice amount of damage. We're going to deal with that E-Wiz with the bats, and we are going to snowball there on the skeleton barrel, and not going to be too much of an issue. We're going to try and activate King Tower there. I think we get the activation. Yeah, we get the activation there, but we do take quite a bit of damage. But again, guys, with decks like Lava Hound, Golem, Electro Giant, you're not like super scared of tower trading or losing towers. You actually prefer to in most matchups, and as you see right here, I just give him my tower. He's committing so much elixir to that left lane push, and we're just going to go ahead and get started with a Lava Hound push in the right. We're already so in this push right here, we're up so much elixir on him. We've got a Lava Hound, we've got a Baby Drag. He just keeps throwing elixir at us, guys, and there is no way in heck that he is going to be able to respond to this. Sorry about that, guys. This massive push I got coming right here. I mean, just look at that, guys. We have the Baby Drag clone, the Flying Machine, the Lumberjack, the bats. I mean, we're just going to melt anything he drops down. He's just wasting more elixir with that E-Wiz dropped. And we are going to get that tower, so that's very nice for us. And he's going to go with the first Mega Knight of the game. I thought that was really random that he waited that late to play Mega Knight. Most Mega Knight players play Mega Knight in regulation time, so that was kind of odd. We're going to go bats for the Mega Knight. We're going to wait for that Mega Knight to kind of get a little bit further, get a little bit more injured, and go with that nice Skeleton Army there. And guys, this is how you kind of play this deck in certain situations. You defend with your air counters, and in double elixir, once you defend with the air counters, you're going to be able to go ahead and Lava Hound in front of them before the towers on their side target your air defense. And you saw that we were able to build up a nice counter push for the GG there. So let's go ahead and get on into this next matchup, guys. This might be another Golem matchup. Not sure. Could be wrong about that. Oh, okay. I think this is actually going to be 2.9 Expo or 3.0 because I think he has the night variation instead of the Ice Golem in there. We're going to hit him with the Hog, question mark. That's one of my favorite emotes in the game, guys. I don't know about you. It's pretty funny to me, though. We're going to go with a Baby Drag in the back. At this point, we pretty much know what he's playing. We're going to just kind of cycle cards in the back. Honestly, guys, I don't have the most knowledge on how to play this deck. Most of the time when you drop your Lava Hound, I would say that Expo players are going to just drop an Expo to take out your tower. But with Expo, guys, the thing you want to remember is that they don't want to tower trade. Expo is a terrible, well, unless you tower trade in the same lane, but you don't want to tower trade as an Expo player if it's opposite lane. That's a really bad move because you're never going to be able to lock on with that Expo again if you tower trade in an opposite lane situation, like a one-on-one situation where it's an opposite lane. We're going to get a little chip there with the early Lava Hound clone. He's going to have to answer with the Ice Spirit. I give him a little laugh here because this is also one of my trigger decks, guys. I get really aggravated when playing Expo, even though we are playing a pretty toxic deck as well. But, you know, you're playing Clash Royale, so it's awesome to be a hypocrite and give the BM laugh even though you're playing a very toxic deck. So, yeah, we're going to cycle a Baby Dragon in the back here and see what he does next, guys. Let's see. He's going to go with a Knight in the back. We're going to cycle a Skarmy and I think a Bats. We're going to go, okay, so he drops a Expo on the right there, guys, on a tower that's almost dead. So in that situation, we're completely fine with giving him the tower. He's got 9 Elixir on that right-hand side, and we just don't really care about that Expo in that situation. And let's see what we can do here in this push, guys. He throws the early Fireball there, which was kind of questionable. I mean, he did take out that Flying Machine, which is nice for him. But we're going to clone everything up. The Lumberjack dies, guys. We're just spamming, trying to get that tower. And like I said earlier, guys, this guy put himself in a very dangerous situation, tower trading like that. He should have just went full defense and spell cycled me out for the win, but he went for the tower trade situation there, and it's opposite lane tower trade, which is just really bad for any Expo deck, but especially 2.9. So he's in a world of hurt right now. We were just able to deal with that Expo extremely well because you can just spam troops right on top of the Expo. And we're going to get a nice Lava Hound clone here and see how he deals with it. I'm not sure if this will win the game or not. I don't think it does, but we do get some nice damage. And yeah, let's go ahead and reset for the next defense. I think he's probably about to go in with another Expo. Yeah, there it is. And look at that, just spam right on top of the Expo. We place our Lumberjack in a different position that time just so he wouldn't predict with the Knight. And yeah, he just dropped his Expo. I dropped the Oops because I know he's in a very bad situation here. He's going to go in with another Desperation Expo. And we're just going to be able to melt that quite nicely. I did kind of overcommit on that defense, guys, but I just didn't want him to somehow get a massive amount of damage on us. And in this situation, guys, we have a couple of options. We're going to go with the Flying Machine, and I believe another Lava Hound. We cycle back to another Lava Hound, and this is a tricky situation. We just melted his Tesla Tower, and now this is just the time to spam, guys. We have 4 Lava Hounds. Look at this madness right here, guys. Just look at all that madness. I mean, who can answer that unless you have, like, Ice Whiz, Tornado, Fireball, like... I mean, there was like 50 Lava Hound pups on the map, guys. So just a crazy deck, a really fun deck to play. Again, I'm not the best Lava Hound player, but if you guys just want to have fun, and it is a really solid deck and a hard deck to play against, this is just awesome deck for that. It's a 3-crown machine if you're trying to get those early season 3 crowns for your battle pass, and it's just a really fun deck. So yeah, getting into this last game here, I believe it's going to be another Golem matchup, if I'm not mistaken. We're just going to kind of cycle some cards in the back, see if he'll drop anything. He's not going in with anything right now. And guys, with Lava Hound, more so than with Golem, you're not going to really be afraid to go Lava Hound in the back. We're going to respond to that Lumberjack with a Skarmy there on the defense, and he's going to either have to respond to that Skarmy or take quite a bit of damage. We're going to deal with that Night Witch with a Baby Dragon behind our Lava Hound once it crosses the bridge. And yeah, let's see what unfolds here. He's going to go with the Baby Drag for defense. Pretty good answer. I think he's about to Lightning. Yep, there's the Lightning. So going to be a pretty solid defense for him, guys. And let's see what happens. So he's got a Baby Drag coming at us. I believe we will answer that with a Snowball. again, guys, I mean, you just don't want to overcommit on defense with this deck. You want to just pay attention to that, because if they overextend and just dump a lot of elixir into getting into a tower trade situation, then you just want to kind of ignore enough to where you won't get 3-crowned, but you'll be in a tower trade situation, and you'll be able to dump a lot of elixir into the opposite lane, and there's no way they're going to be able to respond if they've just overextended in the other lane. So that's how I win a lot of these matchups with Lava Hound. See, he's going to go with 12 elixir. We already have a huge push coming at him in the right, and we're going to be able to melt that lumberjack and a lot of that golem with just a Skarmy there. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. There's just no way he can respond to all this swarm. And now it's just time to spam again. We go with the lumberjack. You kind of like when you're playing golem or elixir golem or something like that. You want that rage effect, so you're gonna want that lumberjack to go ahead and die. And I think he just goes ahead and gives up at this point, guys. He's like, yeah, there's no point. Just too much spam, too much toxicity coming at him. So he's going to go ahead and surrender for the GGs here, guys. That is going to end the gameplay portion of this video, guys. Again, just a very fun deck. So let's talk about substitutions. For this deck, you're going to want the lumberjack and the lava hound for sure. Just because the lumberjack is going to get everything raged up in those big pushes. Sorry about that background sound if y'all can hear that. I think it's the air conditioning. But yeah, you're going to want that lumberjack and that lava hound in this deck, guys, just to have everything raged up in that push. Of course, you're going to have the clone because it is centered around being a clone deck. I think most people should have the baby drag, so that shouldn't be an issue. For flying machine, again, even if your flying machine is low level, it's not that big of a deal because fireball one-shots flying machine anyway, so you're not going to have that many interactions where an under-leveled flying machine will be a big issue. But if you want to substitute it for something higher level that you have, something like a musketeer, or like a long-range, high-damage, single-target troop will work just fine for that. Let's see, what else do we have in this deck? See, things like Skarmy and Bats, they're good regardless of the level, guys, so that's not going to be an issue just because they get one-shot by anything anyways. So even if you have low-level Skarmy or low-level Bats, you can go ahead and put them in this deck. And Snowball, you can substitute out for arrows if you prefer arrows. This deck is valid with arrows as well. And yeah, guys, I think that is about it. So, I mean, you're not going to have that many substitutions in this deck. If you wanted to substitute out the baby drag, you could just put another like splash type unit in there for around 3 or 4 elixir if you really wanted to. But you kind of do want a lot of troops in this deck to be air based, guys, because it is a air clone deck, and that makes certain matchups for the opponent really hard when a lot of troops are in the air. And yeah, guys, this deck is just a really fun deck. I'd give it a try if I were you. And yeah, that is going to end the video for today. Hope you enjoyed the content. Had some pretty fun games in this one, really tight ones. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe, share the video. Just come back for the next one. I try to post every day around 3 p.m. Eastern time. And if you didn't enjoy the video, tell me what I could have done better in the comments below, and I'll be sure to work on that for the next one. Until then, see you soon, guys.